Yeah, man, how you doing today? Everything's good?
Very good. Yeah, good start to the morning, and then got some time to decide to catch up. Just joined Justin here, so I want to get up to full speed.
Awesome, man. Well, I'm Nate. I've heard a lot about you. Justin's told us really good things, and he's super excited to get started with you. I'm gonna pull up a couple things here, but just tell me what you wanted to make sure that we covered today.
That's kind of the main. Those are my three main points as well: calendar, leads, and then just understanding where they're coming from. Um, that's the only 3 points I had written down, so it's perfect.
Perfect, brother. Let me just give you a little overview of what we got going on right now. So right now we're driving, we're driving people directly to school through Facebook and Instagram ads.
Okay.
The number one performing video well, there's two top performing ads. Right now it's this one. Oh, this is actually a new one that I just launched last year and I mean not last year, last month. And now this one is actually the top ad, bro. This is a new one and this has got the lowest cost per lead. So we're gonna watch
Okay.
this, take a look. I just launched this probably like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Develop a killer sales system. No matter what industry you're in, fencing, flooring, painting, general contracting, doing kitchen installs, bathrooms, basements, regardless if your service is $2,000 or upward to $100,000, there are ways to close on the spot. And this is what we need to develop. We need to develop a killer sales system from how we first call our leads to how we conduct a walk around.
Yes, it's like attention residential contractors who want to scale your sales while also streamlining operations. Just ignore the emojis, just look fucked up, but they're not actually. Let me
Okay.
zoom in here. Whoops. I don't know. Do you have any experience with Facebook ads?
Yeah. So before actually coming over here, I ran my own kind of part-time agency where I was doing something like this for some local guys. So I've dealt with it in the past. I had a team who was much better than me that did most of the work, but I understand it on a surface level for sure.
Yeah, man. So you know how much of a pain this stuff can be sometimes, but
For sure.
this is just clean ad copy. I've coached 200 people. Most contractors fail because of this. That's why I put together a free 5-step course. Here's what you'll get, step-by-step process, the exact scripts, how to add 100K to your business, one email, free access to one-on-one planning call with an 8-figure coach, just some advice and teachings, don't miss out. And then we send them to the school about page right
Nice.
here.
Yeah, that looks great.
Once they land here, yep, they go in. They can actually, without joining the community, they can book their one-on-one call. Okay, you'll notice that we have this one-on-one call all throughout the community. This is a big key in getting your calendar booked up. You guys always have a lot of people active, so that's great. Make sure to post when people are active if possible. Like, you know, the whole thing with school is it's just all about engagement, building community, and it's really easy for these communities to become pretty stale pretty quick. So, the metrics in here, we've in the last 30 days, we grew 200 members and 52% were active. So I think stepping up some of the text and email automations that we have on our end and telling people, prompting them to go back into the school community will be really a good plan to watch the free 5-step course. We're gonna break this
For
out into
sure.
channels and stuff. But yeah, you'll see every step, like every step, it's book your free one-on-one call, upgrade right now to the VIP program. So like people should come in when you get on a call with them, they should already be primed. Like I know what the VIP program is. I know that I get to book a mandatory free one-on-one call. And here it is right here. Right now, this is hooked up with Justin's calendar. By the end of this call, we'll have it hooked up with your calendar. Right.
Perfect. The one, pardon me, the one thing that Justin and I were talking about, I've done a full kind of audit of school just to familiarize myself and caught up. First and foremost, like I said, having some experience in the marketing space, great funnel. The system setup is phenomenal. And I don't know if that was all you or if it was, congrats. It looks fucking fantastic. I have no complaints there. Um, my one thing, like with the calendar, is that the other thing that I wanted to do on the back end, and I chatted with Justin, is just some of the quality of some of the videos from Justin's end, not from you guys, the editing or anything. I wanted to help maybe in the coming months reshoot some of that stuff just because it looks great, the content is great, but I think if we step up the professionalism, just from like if you go back to the one video there, I forget which one it was, but Justin's filming in front of two trucks, and I know exactly where that is in London. There's some graffiti in the back, and I was just thinking that we could obviously like that one right there. It looks great. Two trucks in the back definitely fits your market. I just think if we can improve some of that content, fuck, it could, like you said, there's a lot of opportunities. So
We built this community to number one in discovery. Okay. This was my first community. And this one's insane, man. They have 103 active right now. It's insane. But this one, we stepped up all the professionalism. We took a lot of stuff out, so that way all people had to do was book their call. But like we stepped up the game on the professionalism, and it took it to a whole nother level. Sign in to confirm you're not a bot. Oh yeah, this is a new thing that YouTube's been doing. That's why I like to use Loom. But let me just show you how we had him film this. It wasn't always like this quality, but we did step it up, just like with what you're saying.
Okay, guys, this is the biggest hack in life. We talked a lot about coach.
And it just takes it up to another level, like it just looks clean, crispy, nice, so I would highly recommend that. And then we even did on this is one thing that we can have Justin film is filming a video for the one-on-one call page.
yeah, I think that's great. I think for carryover, I think that's fantastic. Yeah, Steve. And again, obviously, this is level A. Obviously, Andy and his guys do a great job. You do a great job with them, and I think that's kind of the next step. But we'll get back on track. I just wanted to mention that because that's something that I've been
No, that's
thinking with
important.
Justin
Yep.
to kind of make it streamlined.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I agree. I think that sounds really good. So we've got a good system here as far as the funneling goes. So it's
Yep.
just about getting more leads in the door. We've got some new videos in the works with Justin that we're going to be getting ready to push out. That he filmed those ones that he filmed at the Paint Con. So those are going to be really good, man. Like I can already tell that those are another level of professionalism, and
Yep.
they're I really like those. So. When I get those back from my editor, should be the next day or so, we'll throw them into the ads and we'll show you. But yeah, I mean, business to business leads a lot of times are like, you're paying 20 bucks a lead, you're paying, sometimes 30 bucks a lead, but it's all about quality, right? If this guy comes in for 44 bucks a lead, which is our highest, and then he buys a 10K thing, it's not necessarily that the cheaper leads are better, but we're always trying to get the lead cost as low as we can and get the volume as high as we can. So if you see that there's like, hey man, we're getting a ton of leads, but like these are like all brand new people, then we go and look, and maybe the lead that's or the ad that's doing the best is actually saying like, hey, if you're brand new at residential contracting, and that could be a mismatch with who we're going for. So you can kind of feel those things, you can see those things. But even if you just see a couple good leads coming in, like a couple of the people that are like really good fits, just let us know that. That way we can validate that the ads are bringing the right people and even like what their name is so that we could drill down and find out who that lead is and where they came from.
Yeah, that's something I talked with Justin about. And that's why I'm excited to get to know you, work with you, because I think that's something that I can help out on our end, just helping validate the leads so you guys can push from there. And I'm trying to look through these numbers too. So 125 daily. I'm just looking at daily
Yeah,
spend possible. So
125
yeah,
daily budget across all these ad sets, not for
yeah.
each.
I'll tell you what, like those are pretty good numbers, especially with what our ticket offer is, and conversion rates are going to improve now that I've got some more time and can help Justin with that, just organization wise and stuff too. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I got no complaints. That looks great.
that's awesome, man. And just so you see too, like this is the other top ad, and this one's actually got quite a bit of social engagement. So this is like the first ad we launched, and it's gone up in cost per lead, but it's still doing really well.
Seven figures to the multi seven figure. If you're a residential contractor looking to scale from six figures, seven figures to the multi seven figure rate, get off the tools, build a production team, build a sales team, build a door to door team, generate predictable, reliable, controllable leads, and scale and be the top competitor in your industry and in your city. Click the link below. I have a bunch of free trainings that you can access. And we can show you exactly a step-by-step blueprint that will take you from a prisoner in the job you created for yourself to a freedom business model where you can do exactly what you need to do and create leaders inside your company.
Bro, I
I
was gonna
love it.
sign up, but it said not for lazy people. Oh well. The best. Oh, that's his dad?
That's his dad. Yeah.
Oh, what? Dude, I gotta see this. Savage.
Oh yeah, like father, like son. It's hilarious.
Dude, that's so sick. Oh my gosh, bro. George Georgopoulos.
What
Georgopoulos.
what a name.
Yeah. I think his middle name's George too, right?
I would assume so. His nickname's George. His middle name's George. Everything's George. So it's funny. They're a good family here locally. They're great. So I'm glad Justin's doing well, and that's why I'm excited to be a part of it.
I love him, dude. And one thing that we're missing here, the opportunity on, so just make a note of this. We need to do live calls from the free community. Like just post them in the calendar. It could even be once a month. It could be once every 3 weeks. But we need to just have like a Zoom call scheduled in here and then promote it with a couple of posts. And we'll send an email blast out to all the members. But dude, we can do like cheap webinars. Like we've already got a huge lead list from all the webinars Justin's done, plus all the school members. And so we need to just get those asses in chairs, you know? And so people will just show up to a Zoom call if we say that we're going to teach them something. People will not show up to a Zoom call if we say that we're going to sell them something. And so the way to get a lot of old leads to show up to the Zoom call is we teach them something. And so every month there needs to be, it doesn't have to be complicated at all, but just some kind of theme. Like Justin could say, hey, on February the 20th, I'm going to be teaching a get off the tools training on exactly how I was able to get off the tools. It's going to be, 45 minutes. This is only for members of this trade launch community. And then I'll blast out the list of leads that we have that aren't in the community and tell them that they can join this live call, and how to get access to it is they join the community. And when they join the community, they book their one-on-one call, they get on the webinar, you sell them. Like, dude, we're literally triangulating people. Like they have nowhere else to go but work with us.
Yeah,
So,
I like that idea. That's a great way to re-engage some of those, older leads. I love that. So I'm gonna write that down, get that going as soon as possible.
okay, brother. So that's really the overview on the school itself. I think you guys are absolutely crushing it in there. I wouldn't have anything else that I would add. Like I think this is working out perfectly. If it's filling his calendar, it's working out perfectly. He did put this door-to-door master class in here. What is this for? Oh, so this is a lot of value that we're offering for free.
I know he was mentioning there's a call. I think the door-to-door masterclass call is. I think it's today at 2:30. I'll chat with him afterwards, but I think that was another thing you wanted to add because a lot of the door-to-door guys that are coming into the paid group, he's funneling in now almost like a hey, for business owners, we'll help you train your door-to-door guys. So, that's a big pull for him. I don't know why it's free. I think it would have been today's Wednesday. I think you would have posted that probably Monday. Is that what that says? 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
And yeah, the door-to-door, yeah, this is in the paid community, but yeah.
So is the door-to-door masterclass in the free community then?
The courses, yeah. It's also here though.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's I think he wanted to provide that for free as free value, but maybe we should like do a time unlock. Like I don't know. With school you can do like we can unlock it after like a week. We could do a level unlock like once they get to level 2. But I think it's like a whole lot of value to give away for free.
I'll note that down right now too.
Like we could give it away, but we should incentivize a little bit because he's already got the 5-step course plus this. So I'm just going to turn this on to a level unlock 2 so that now on the leaderboard, once they get to number 2, they get the door-to-door masterclass.
Okay, I'll note that to him.
And the 7-figure contractor stories, we'll leave that one open because that's always good to see. Free 5-step course, lo- free 5-step course we should unlock after 1 day. That way they come in here, what do they have to do? They got to start here, book their onboarding call. This is locked, and they can go and watch success stories.
Yeah, and then that's a great idea.
And then 1 day later, the 5-step course unlocks, and they can go train on that while they're waiting to get on their onboarding call.
Will it say unlocked in 1 day? Is that what it'll say when you're a new member?
Yeah, I believe so. It doesn't show me since I'm an admin, but yeah, I think
Yeah.
it shows you like that. I don't know if I'm in a community that has that already.
That's
Uh,
all right. I've seen it before, like the thumbnail that pops up kind of saying that, so that's fine. As long as it,
Yeah,
yeah,
it'll say
unlock it
kind of
though,
like
and I'm
that.
private.
Probably be
Okay,
like
sweet.
unlocked in 14 days or something. But yeah, man, so that's on that end. So we covered ads, we covered school. Now let's look at the Go High Level system. All right.
Okay.
So this right now is an absolute machine. How much have you used Go High Level?
In the past, I've heard about it and infrequently used it. Justin has given it to me, and I've um, got I'll say, above beginner level understanding of how it all works. Um, I'm broder at Trade Launch up there. I have access to Justin's and access to mine, so I've given it a look, went through it, saw the calendar, saw the lead, how you're switching them over and et cetera. And I saw all the back end stuff you have set up, the automations. It looks fucking unbelievable.
Good, dude. Good, good, good. Well, I'm glad that you got to get into that stuff a little bit and you're already in here. So let's make sure that we got the calendar set up in the right way for you. And then let's get yeah, so this is where we're gonna connect. You use Google Calendar.
So I, so that's the thing. As of right now, my whole life is on Apple Calendar or the iCalendar. Is that accessible or is Google Calendar needed? Because I can switch if necessary.
I think it is accessible. Yeah, I think you can hook up your Apple Calendar. I'll have you share and go into there here in 1 second. But yeah, man. So like right now, just to see it here in calendars, you can see all the appointments.
Yeah.
And so Justin's on a call right now. And then he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh wait, this was yesterday. So Justin's just got 4 calls that he booked, and then we've got 1, 2, 3. These are all school calls. Now the school calls will come over as the person's first name plus trade line.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll Justin over to the high level calendar. So we made another calendar, and that one will have a separate URL. It'll be like tradelaunch.com/Justin, and that's where you
Mhm.
can book like the elite calls and like the high level people. But we'll move the calendar right now, the trade launch calls over to you, and then we'll get Justin off there so he gets his calendar back because he's been just freaking packed with these calls.
Yeah.
And then
So I think Justin was saying starting tomorrow, because I'm going to jump on a couple of those calls with him just to get the feel for it. And then starting tomorrow, good to get them all on my calendar.
cool.
I took a look at this. It's not confusing to me. I'm still trying to understand it all, but it's pretty rudimentary the way that it looks.
Yeah, it's a
And
simple
then
drag and drop.
yeah,
All your new leads will come here. If somebody responds to an automated campaign, they're going to go into the hot engaged leads. This means that they responded to us at some point. So those are like the responses. Oftentimes, you can also find those in the conversations tab. Look at all your scheduled appointments, and then just drag people, where they went. So this is you, right?
yeah,
Yeah, so it'll make a contact because of Google. It'll make a contact for even if Justin just has a Google Calendar. But for stuff like this, whoops, you could just delete the opportunity
okay,
just because it's not, you're not a real opportunity in there.
yeah,
It doesn't delete the contact when you delete an opportunity. So the way that this system basically works is like you have your sales pipeline stages. All of these are stages to get somebody closer to the transaction.
yeah,
Everything else before that is just like, you're trying to get them on a sales call. If they show up on a sales call, it's like, did they show but didn't buy? Did they buy? Did they have to reschedule? Did they no show? If they no show and you drag them over here, it's going to say, hey, sorry, we missed you today. You can reschedule here. Um, Okay, yeah, so that opportunity is gone. If they reach out to you before the call and they're like, "Hey, I need to reschedule, man," you could just drag them over to reschedule, then they can choose a time that works for them to reschedule. And then if they don't go back into sales call scheduled, that means they haven't rescheduled yet. So all of
okay,
these are getting campaigns to nurture them to reschedule.
got it. Yeah, and that's all automated, which I love, which was great. So my biggest thing was making sure when you do click and drag, you just put them in the right spot so they're getting the right prompt.
Yeah, the show didn't buy doesn't have any automation attached to it yet. If you want to add anything, you just let us know. Hey, can we send this message out? Maybe add this message. Those kind of things we can add for you.
Okay.
Uh, and same with close. We don't have any automations going for when somebody becomes a school member, but I think it'd be cool to have a little campaign for that. It's not really like, that's a retention play, but it's something that I think that you guys would benefit a lot from too. So just something to think about, like other areas where we could use this. But as far as getting the calendar packed, we have that ready to go. It's currently going. It's doing well.
Okay. Just writing all this down.
If you want, you can
Perfect.
go up to appointments too, and you can see all the appointments. And then over in columns, you can see like date added. And then you can look at like today, we've just booked one appointment so far. Yesterday, we booked, holy crap. Yesterday, booked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 calls yesterday.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
But some of them, like, it's going to show your call in here with
Mm,
us.
got
So,
it.
yeah, so that's one thing that's like with the two-way sync, it's gonna bring everything in here, but this should help you guys long term to be able to see stuff.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, man, that's pretty much it though. You can see the upcoming calls. You can adjust them in here. If you mark somebody as no-showed in here, it'll start the same campaign and it'll update their opportunity or it'll update them to that pipeline stage.
Okay, so you can do it here. That's great.
Yeah, there's usually like 5, 10 different ways to do everything in this system. None of them are necessarily right or wrong. It's just about finding the one that works best for you.
Okay.
The system uses tags. Tags are basically like labels. So we tag them if where they came from. So you'll see in here that we've got tags for webinar. Okay, webinar registrants. Those are all the people that have registered to this webinar. We'll have tags for school and we'll have tags for appointment. We should also have tags for clients. So just keep updating them and putting them in the right stage, and then we'll be able to just update all those as once and tag them all at once, as long as they're in that stage, and that'll keep
Okay.
that clean. Then this is really easy to segment. Let's say if I wanted to have all my people that booked appointments, I just put appointment here, or I go to more filters. I use the filter tag, and I do tag is appointment, and that's going to get me all my appointments that I've had. And then I could just check
Okay.
this box, select. I could send a text to all of them at once. I could send an email to all of them at once. I can add them to an automation. Bless you, bless you. Send them a review request. Like there's a bunch of stuff that you can do here, but
Hmm.
that's how we blast people. So for example, what I would want to do is like you got all these new leads, right? Crazy amounts of new leads.
Hmm.
Some of them Some of them don't have the right phone numbers and stuff, so those are a lot of times we're gonna just mark those as abandoned. This guy's email is verified, so he could be a good lead. But what we can do here is like to shake some stuff up. We've we've created for you guys a database reactivation campaign in here. And database reactivation is just engaging old members.
Nice.
So this just gets people back into the school
Yep.
and then sends them a text message, are you still looking to grow? And then it waits one day and said, I've got new strategies that helped unlock, want to hear about them, book here. So what I can do now is I can just add some leads to that exact campaign. So I'll go tag is school, tag is free school, and stage, that's the opportunity stage that they're in, is open.
Got it.
Or that's status. Status is like kind of a different thing. You have your open deals, your closed deals, and your lost deals. That's just like what is the status of the deal. So if somebody's
Yep.
a lost lead, that means that they didn't transact with you. That means that they bought with a competitor, something like that. If somebody's abandoned, that means that they just didn't have the right information or something. Like they were just a lost lead. We just abandoned them.
Okay.
But yeah, these are all the ones that are in here, new leads, pipeline stages, tag is. And let me make sure tag is not. I don't want to get anybody who's already booked a call, so tag is not appointment. And you see how you can get pretty granular with this stuff. Now we got 355 leads. A lot of these we have sent text to, so maybe I want to go even further back. I want to get older ones. So then I'm going to click created on, let's say created more than 14 days ago. Let's get the oldies. There's 200. And look, the last contact's over a week ago. So this is
Nice.
a good little list where I know these are all unengaged leads. They haven't responded. They haven't booked an appointment. They're older than 14 days. And so I'm just going to blast those with some aggression. And what I do
Okay.
is I'm going to click add to automation and I'm going to add them to the database reactivation campaign right here. And I'm just going to name it database reactivation, 15-day old new leads. And what I'm going to do for this, Broder, just so you can see, I could add all these at once. I could add them all at a scheduled time. Or I
Hmm.
can do what's called drip mode. And drip mode means that I'm going to send them out in a batch. So I don't want to overflow and send out 300 texts all at once because you guys are going to start getting a lot of responses. So instead, I want to send out 25 at a time, and I want to repeat that every 5 minutes. So that way, every 5 minutes, another round of 25 goes out, and we're
Nice.
just constantly all day we're dripping. Also, if we notice that the campaign's not getting a good response after like a few batches, then we can say, hey, let's stop it before it goes through the whole list. This messaging isn't quite right. You want to get a lot of responses. So
Okay.
drip mode is like when you have a large audience, large list, and you can just periodically drip over that list. So it works out really well. And then I'm just going to add them to automation. It wants me to schedule it. I think I have to schedule in your guys' time zone. So it'd be 12 at 12 p.m. right now. So we'll do it at 12:01. All right, now it's going to start dripping out those leads. Where I can access that is in this bulk actions list here. I can go in here and I can see this database reactivation and I can view the details when it's going to go. And if I needed
Nice.
to, I could come and cancel it here or pause it or edit it from right here.
Okay.
That way, if you accidentally send a text and you're like, shoot, I didn't mean to send that wrong message, it's
Yeah.
typo or something, you can go back there and stop it. But this, bro, in combination with booking appointments and updating the opportunities tab, you will have no problem grinding and growing this thing to massive, massive numbers because that's really all it takes, man. We get the leads in and you just get them through the pipeline. If you get a big buildup, then we do some kind of reactivation. That works really, really well, man. So
Hmm.
yeah, and there's
Okay.
so many leads here. So.
Yeah, I love it.
So yeah, man, that's really all I got. Over in the settings, I'm gonna have you share your screen, go over into settings, and then you'll have my profile, and that's where you're gonna connect your Apple Calendar. Let's go ahead and go in there and try to get that connected so it syncs up for you,
Hey,
and you should be able to share.
that was the one thing I was going to ask. So, um, in a previous business, I had it set where it was almost like I had two calendars. So I had a Google Calendar that was because my thing with Justin is in terms of availabilities, like Monday to Friday local time, like 10 to 4 every day. I just want to be doing calls. And I have my personal calendar and I use my calendar, like I put little notes in there and everything. So I almost wondered if I could just have it a Google Calendar set up where it's just 10 to 4 is open, and every time a call comes in, it just auto populates that. Is that how it works for Justin
Yeah,
currently?
yeah, that's how it works. So if you had a Google Calendar account, Google account that you want to integrate, that'd probably be the easiest way to just do that. Yeah,
Let's just do it. Let's just do it like that. And that's super easy. So you want me to
perfect.
share
Yeah,
my screen then?
yeah, go ahead and share, and then I'll show you where to go and go high level, and we'll link that account.
Okay, let's get this going.
And you can also see them inside of Go High Level, but I always like to use Apple Calendar or Google Calendar too, so I get that. Okay, perfect. Now go on the left side to settings on the bottom. There you go. Click on
Oh, this is
settings.
going to be. I did. It's just
Oh, it's
extremely
really
slow right
slow.
now. I don't know why.
Here, try turning your camera off on Zoom. Sometimes that helps.
Okay.
Not that I don't want to see you, bro.
All right.
Now go
Here we go.
to my profile.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And now you're gonna go down, scroll down a little bit more, and right there, add new.
Okay, so I can't
You,
do
you,
iCloud
you
calendar.
could do iCloud if you want to. Either way, it just depends what you want to have. You could
You know
try.
what? Yeah, I look there every single day, so I might as well.
Yeah, yeah. I've never seen anybody connected, but since it's an option, dude, do it. It's probably gonna be sweet on your iPhone. I bet it'll look cool. Look super cool.
I don't know what my password would be, but I don't know. iCloud app specific password. I don't even know what that would be. Here we'll just do this. Will be easier. I'll do Google and then I know how to.
Uh, Go back to where we just were in the
Yeah,
my profile.
yeah. I'll go back to one second.
There you go.
I'll do Google. I think this pop. There we go. Oh, okay, so it seems like Google's already connected with
Add another
Justin's.
account. Yeah, click add another account down below. Sign in with
Where's
Google.
that one? Right
It's right
here.
there. Yep. Yeah, that'll add
Okay.
another additional account.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, it gets a little weird sometimes, so we'll just have to just let us know if something's wrong, and we might have to mess around with the settings with multiple calendars. Sometimes it can get weird, but we'll make sure it's good.
Okay. I have it here. It says connected, and then it says make it primary. I won't click that yet, but
Yeah, perfect. And then go ahead and yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I'll go in here and update the other settings. That's all we need from you, really. Let me just look in here. So Justin wants to jump on a couple calls with you first, and then have you get all the way on the calendar there.
exactly. Yeah. So
Okay.
today he's got a call, I believe, at 12:30, and then a couple more. So I'm gonna spend the whole day with him. So yeah, I already have it in here. I don't know if you can still see my screen.
Let me see.
Um, but just like I don't use this
Perfect.
calendar at all, so it'll be open. Um, but then for you guys, in terms of setting calls for me in the future, or me setting myself calls,
Okay.
everything Monday to Friday. I remember. I can turn this back on. I remember on the set sales call, the one-on-one sales call, there was those time blocks 10, 11, 12, etc.
Yeah.
So that's something that you could then just link right to my Google Calendar.
Yeah, exactly. And then if
Okay.
if you're available in that time and there's no slot, it'll be open for people to book. If the availability's within that time, but you are busy, then it won't let somebody book on that slot.
Okay. Perfect. So if I put something else on my Google Calendar in that slot, it will say unavailable.
Yeah, exactly. And for that, you want to go in and you want to click two-way sync. So if you go, it won't show it. Well, here, actually, I can log in as you. Let me see. Yeah, so right here, my profile, and then add a calendar, sync your bookings, Broder Curry. Boom.
Okay, so now that's linked.
Yeah, now it's linked both ways. And then what's your availability?
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Okay. So Monday to Friday, from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Just in terms of, I guess, start times. And then Wednesday is the day where I can do evenings as well. So you can change Wednesday until 7:30.
Perfect. And Monday through Friday?
Yeah, that's perfect. And then weekends, as of right now, I told Justin I can't do calls, but moving forward, I know where it is. I can change that.
You're in EST, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm in Toronto time. I think it would be safe as a release team.
Yeah, it's what is it? 12 o'clock there right now.
Yeah,
Oh, I saw Toronto. Toronto.
perfect. Yeah,
And are
that's
you going to
great.
use the same Zoom link as Justin?
Um, that's a good question. I
Yeah.
gotta talk with Justin about that. I assume that's probably easiest, but then if we have overlapping ones, I just don't want them to,
Yeah, you might need to update to get so you can have team meetings there, or we could just have. Yeah, you probably want to have it in his, so it's in trade launch. Maybe Justin just goes on because he'll have less calls, so he could just have another Zoom link that he does for his
yeah,
high ticket stuff. Or
yeah. I'll chat with him about that right now,
okay,
or not
so
right now, but I'll make note
look in your calendar and see if you can see any of these appointments.
in my Google Calendar.
Yeah.
As of right now, I don't see. Let me see here. As of right now, I do not see any of the meetings.
So yeah, it's
Saved.
because it's linked. It's still linked right here to Justin's calendar. So we'll be able to change this now to yours whenever you
Mhm.
guys do the adjustment. But for right now, I don't want to throw Justin off if all those appointments he's already got scheduled just go off his calendar. That might be a little bit like what the heck. So we'll wait until he does a couple calls with you and then just tell him that we're ready to switch it over to your calendar and get it off of his whenever he's ready and whenever you guys are ready for that.
Perfect. Okay, sweet. I appreciate that. Is there was there another thing we had to chat about too, or was that
I think that's it, man. I
yeah,
don't
I'm trying to
know.
think that's kind of everything.
We went over ads, we went over school, and we went over the CRM. Got your calendar hooked up. Um, so I think that pretty much covers it good, man. We're waiting to get the videos back from our editors. We're gonna push out some new ads. The only other ad I didn't show you that's the other one that's doing really well is this one. Just looks dope.
Nice. Yeah, that's super, super easy. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So,
that's sweet. That's all I needed from you. That's great. So I got noted down here, just to recap. We need to implement a Zoom call for free for those free members once a month. Just get something up and running soon.
yep.
And we'll obviously try to teach instead of say we're selling them, higher conversion. The door-to-door masterclass in that free group should be incentivized. You were mentioning changing it, which we did. Ads look great. Add automations for the scheduled and didn't buy, as well as the just purchase that 297 tab. Those two tabs don't have automation set up from you guys, or not automations. I should call them. Um, I don't know what you call them, but basically like automated text or automated. And then when to change it to my schedule and what Zoom link to use. That's all I kind of have written down here.
Yeah, that's exactly it, man. Just let's get a calendar scheduled, run more ads up there, get it switched over to your schedule. You start taking those calls, and then let's sell more memberships and sell more high ticket, man.
Okay, nice and easy. I'll get on that. I'll get on that starting right now.
You got it, brother. I'll see you in the Slack. If you need anything, you just let me know. My team's in there, I'm in there, and we're there for you guys anytime you need anything.
Okay, perfect. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. We'll chat soon, buddy.
You too, my bro. We'll talk to you later. Oh, and we did send out that little blast, so let's just keep an eye out in the conversations tab. People might be
Okay,
responding to that, but it also might be slow because they were really old leads. So it's cool though. Got activity moving, man. Always.
perfect. Love to
All
hear
right.
it. Have a good day. We'll chat soon, buddy.
You too, my man. See ya.